doing own voice over soft music. When is the next meeting? So, in next 10 minutes. Jungkook nodded his head and left to the meeting room. He entered the meeting room and everyone were present over there waiting for their CEO. Jungkook went and sat on his chairman's seat and looked directly at the PPT, but his attention shifted to the phone which vibrated next to his on the table, and he looked at the phone screen only for himself to believe that he too has a heart because he felt his heartbeat for the first time in this 25 years. His eyes were stuck on the photo which displayed on the screen. It was a beautiful girl. Sorry, sir, I forget to mute my phone. This person immediately took his phone from the table and put it on aeroplane mode and put it inside his pocket, thus bringing Jungkook back to meeting. Mr. Lee, in my office right after the meeting. Yes, sir. Mr. Lee gulped his fear. Sir, it won't happen again. Who is she? Mr. Lee frowned at the sudden question of Jungkook. Who, sir? On your phone screen. Mr. Lee narrowed his eyes in confusion, which triggered Jungkook's anger, so he stood up from his seat and went towards Mr. Lee, his hand behind him, and took the phone from his pocket and on the phone and showed him the pic. Who is she? Mr. Lee gulped up and sweat started forming on his face, his body shivering because he know where things are going, but he doesn't want it to admit what his heart is saying is true. My daughter, Leon, Jungkook shrimmed. I want her. Mr. Lee's prediction turned true, but sir, she is still young and studying. Shut up. I mean what I say. I don't like repeating myself. I don't care whether she is studying or working. I want her beside me. That's it. Go and tell your family about this. Jungkook threw the phone of Mr. Lee, but Mr. Lee stood on the spot froze. Jungkook shouted, Leave. Mr. Lee immediately left the place. Alex, yes, sir. Keep an eye on Mr. Lee and his move, and inform me right away when he will take any decision to keep Wine away from me. Okay, sir. Jungkook to himself, just wait, baby girl. Mr. Lee rushed to his house to take Wine away from the city. Wyan, he shouted. What happened, honey? Don't you know Wyan is at college at this time? We don't have much time. We need to take her away from here. Wyan's mom fawned. Why? Wine's dad tell everything. What, that heartless man? No way. Call her to come home quickly. Wine's mom. Okay, she immediately called Wine. Oh my god, stop Jack, I can't laugh more. Jack and Wine were laughing, having good time, but their moment got eased by his Wine's phone ringing. Excuse me, Jack, it's mom calling me. Jack nodded his head. Yeah, mom, why coming? I'm sorry, Jack, mom needs me now, so I'm leaving. Jack, okay, see you tomorrow. Ryan entered her house only to find Ryan's parents standing with the luggage. Mom, Dad, why are you guys having a suitcase? Going anywhere? It's not the time to discuss anything. You need to shift to Busan. Ryan confused. Why, Dad? My finals are on my head. I can't leave the place. You can continue your studies at any of Busan college. While they were discussing, they weren't knowing that Jungkook's men are listening and reporting their every move to Jungkook. You gonna see, Master Lee. Jungkook shrimped and took his car key and left. But dad, it will be so difficult for me. I will have to again take a hole here. No, it's not a big deal. But you know, you need to be safe. But why, dad? Why and just listen to me? Wyan dad stopped talking and all Wyan's mom, dad and Wyan herself turned around to open door to see the noise of a large number of cars coming towards her house. Jungkook got out from his car and went towards Mr. Lee inside their house who was shivering. Nice move, Mr. Lee. Sir, please, she isn't good for you. You will get someone much better than her. I don't want someone better than her. I just want her. Jungkook's eyes fall on Ryan. His world paused, his heart beating again. He can feel the flowing in his body getting calm, relaxed. approached Wyan and stood in front of her and stared directly into her eyes. You are much more beautiful in real than the picture. Wyan was freezed on her place. Who won't when the heartless mafia, who is well known for people without thinking twice and bothering about his surrounding and people's feelings, standing right in front of her. Will you speak something or just keep on staring? I don't know what to say. Jungkook, after hearing her voice, it becomes another apart from. Maybe your dad didn't told you, so let me tell you. You are going to stay with me from now onwards. Sir, Jungkook pointed his at Ryan's dad's forehead, which made Ryan and her mom scared. Okay, I will, but please leave my dad. Jungkook shrimped. Get in the car. Vine lastly looked at her mom and dad who were crying and turned around to get into the car from which Jungkook came outside. So Mr. Lee, I will leave her when I will be satisfied with her, Jungkook said and left to the car. Follow me. Vine just followed him inside the house. Jungkook, who is she? My noon. What, are you crazy? Till now you were just two. And now this too. She started crying. Why God, why one by one you are giving me this much pain? Jungkook just rolled his eyes and left to his room. Meanwhile, Ryan approached Jungkook's mom and took her plums in her. Don't cry, auntie. Everything will be fine. Just a simple sentence, but it made a huge impact on Jungkook's parent, and somehow they got a feeling that Ryan will make Jungkook a man, a human. I'm sorry, daughter, on his behalf. He just became like this because we never said no or stopped him from whatever he do. If we have stopped him in his young age, he wouldn't have become a mafia and just looked into my company. I promise you, daughter, we will protect you from him. Ryan nodded her head. Ryan, Jungkook shouted from his room, which made Ryan hold Jungkook's mom hand tightly. Don't be scared and be confident in front of him. Go. Ryan left to his room. How we will know what he is doing with her inside his room? His room is fully soundproofed, even his bathroom too. Jungkook's mom and dad prayed internally for Ryan's safety. Ryan entered the room with heavy breathing. She was very nervous. She entered the room to see Jungkook sitting on the king-size bed and drinking along with, and then he looked straight into her eyes. She looked down at her feet in nervous and stood near the bed next to him. Jungkook pulled her and she landed on his. He placed his head in her cork of neck and inhaled her scent. Everything about her were becoming his. She is becoming his. He pulled off from her cork and placed his finger under her chin and made her look at his face. Jungkook's eyes landed on Ryan's lip, and for the first time, even though a lot of other girls, his business partner's daughter, or even his business partners have tried to get him, but no, John Jungkook never budged. Rather, he either that woman or hand over the girls to his bodyguards to enjoy has. He never do things with girls, but Ryan was making him do things which he himself doesn't know. He placed his lips on her. She was shocked but didn't react to him nor pushed him because of fear and let him do whatever he wanted with her. But Jungkook got greedy with her, so he ended up getting Ryan completely for him. He took away Ryan's. To be continued. Thanks for watching. Bye.